Now let me introduce rational equations with this simple example. And my first step in solving a rational equation will be actually the following. It's important to consider the non-permissible values even before we actually start solving the rational equation. And what are the non-permissible values? Well, they're the values of the variable that would make the fractions or the denominator equal to 0, and that would be undefined. That just does not exist. And so we're gonna have to say that right now x cannot be equal to, if I had -1 here, -1 plus 1, that would give me 0. So -1 is a non-permissible value. And +1 in this case would also be a non-permissible value. Why? Because 1 minus 1 is also 0. So there are two non-permissible values in this case. So, and once we're done solving the rational equation, we need to check to see if our answer is either -1 or 1. If that were to be the case, we need to reject the answer. But without further ado, let's get started. And what should my first step be? Well, I want to just clear the fractions by multiplying both sides by the lowest common denominator. And what would that be in this case? Well, since we have variables, I'm going to have x plus 1 times x minus 1 as the lowest common denominator, because these elements are different. So we'll just need to multiply them together. And we're going to have room here, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm multiplying x plus 1 times x minus 1 times 3 over x minus 1. And now what I can do is that I can cancel out the x minus 1 over here with the x minus 1 down at the bottom. And over on the other side, x plus 1 with x plus 1. Great. So over here we have x plus 1 times 3. I'll put the 3 in front, actually. And we have 2 times x minus 1 on the right-hand side of the equation. Look at that. We no longer have denominators, no more fractions. Fantastic. And we achieved all this just by multiplying both sides by the lowest common denominator. Now let me just expand the 3 into x plus 1. So 3 times x, 3x, 3 times 1, 3. Then I can do the same with the 2. 2 times x, 2x, 2 times minus 1, minus 2. Fantastic. Of course, we want to isolate x. And to do that, I will bring this 2x over to the left-hand side of the equation by subtracting 2x from both sides. So 3x minus 2x is just 1x, but I won't write the 1 over here. And I also want to toss this plus 3 over to the right-hand side of the equation. And to do that, I'll subtract 3 from both sides. -2 minus 3, -5. So that is our answer. X is equal to -5. Fantastic. And it does not conflict with our non-permissible values. But if we did get -1, we would have to reject it and say there are no answers. But this is our answer in this case. There's no conflict here between the answer and the non-permissible value. So x is -5. And that's it. Now I suggest that you scroll down, try to practice some questions, click on the answers to watch explanation videos, and good luck.